Secondly, the depth of the problem, given the scarcity of teachers and resources, is provide model schools that are schools of quality that will start changing the tradition of producing illiterates out of primary and secondary schools. The third element of that template is bring back vocational education. I live in Abuja. All the contractors who have serious jobs go to Benin Republic, go to Togo to recruit craftspeople because we do not produce skilled personnel in this country anymore. And education has been a process of really producing people who do not have the requisite skills to do their job. My conclusion is this. I come from a generation where the Nigerian state made it possible for us to have social mobility. We, children of poor parents, went to school. The school became a ladder for social mobility, and we joined the elite. Now, as members of the elite, we have reproduced that social ladder for our children, but we have withdrawn the ladder from the children of the poor. The children of the poor now leave primary school and secondary school illiterate. This is the numbers Governor Mechi gave us. Those graphs important. We must reintroduce the social mobility ladder for the children of the poor. If we do not do that, we suffer the peril of our inaction. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Jibo Ibrahim. At this time, we will take contributions, 3 contributions, starting with Honorable Aminu Bello Masari, former Speaker of the House of Representatives and Deputy National Chairman, North. Please, a round of applause for him.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. The chairman of the occasion, the first civilian governor of Abia State, General Muhammadu Buhari, former head of state, former vice president Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, members of the national executive of APC, Your Excellencies, governors, deputy governors, distinguished and honorable members of the National Assembly, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I think it is good afternoon. Well, everything that has to be said has been said. Important among the linkage between education, unemployment, and insecurity. This has been mentioned severally. And I think if we talk about today, we can say that the APC states are showing signs of making a difference in terms of governance. The problem is simply about good leadership, the absence of which for a very long time has put us and Nigeria in the position that we are in now. You cannot differentiate Boko Haram, the militancy in the Niger Delta, with poverty. The issue of education And there's no way you can address poverty without good and qualitative public education. There is no way you can do that without education. And failure of education brings us to the failure of institutions, of governance. And above all, for us to have what we are seeing in some APC states that I have been privileged to visit, Rivers, Kano, Lagos, Ocean, and Ekiti. We cannot have that without good elections. It is important that in 2015 there is good election that will bring in credible leadership. And that leadership will know that after 4 years, if it fails, people will not elect them again. I think, like they said, we only have 5 minutes, and it is only here that I was made to understand that I will stand in for the chairman of the party. Let me appreciate on behalf of the party, the Governors Forum, for really this laudable initiative that has never been done before by any group of governors. I know the other party has also got governors, their own Governors Forum, and we have our own Governors Forum. And luckily enough, one of the progressive governors is the chairman of Nigerian Governors Forum. I think you better take this idea to the Nigerian Governors Forum, because the problem of insecurity now in Nigeria is beyond one party or one government. It's all a collective responsibility for all Nigerians to make sure that there is peace and security. And we cannot have that until and unless we have credible leadership at all levels. I think the organizers and the party, as a party, will continue to support the programs of the progressive governors and the programs of the political party under which platform they will continue to fly the colors. I thank you, and God bless.
Thank you very much, sir. At this time, we welcome former Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and political icon Alhaji Atiku Abubakar for his thoughts. Please, sir, you're welcome to make concluding thoughts, please. Please, I'm sure applause can be better.
Master of Ceremony, you really took me by surprise, because I was just telling the Deputy Secretary that I was not going to make any remarks, and then you called me to the podium. Thank you very much. Anyway, the chairman of the occasion, Excellency Governor Onu, the chairman of the Governors Forum, former head of state, General Muhammadu Buhari, Your Excellencies, governors present, party leaders, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Education is and has been the topic since we gathered here this morning. And as the various speakers have made contributions to show that neither peace or stability or development or security can be achieved without education, I think that made the point of our meeting here today. Let me also say that, like Dr. Jibo said, all the statistics that needs to be rolled out have been rolled out by Governor Amechi and other speakers. I think what is important here is that we have a collection of progressive governors under a progressive party, is our responsibility now to make sure that this sector of our development has been rescued as far as the development of Nigeria is concerned. And I believe we have got what it takes in terms of resources, in terms of capacity, and in terms of the political will. It is very, very important that we should master the political will to implement, the policy we have been discussing here today. So, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we are already running late, behind schedule. I'm not going to bore you with a long speech or a submission because everything that needs to be said has been said here. I think what is important is for us to master the political will to implement what has been postulated in this conference. So I call on our governors and I call on our party to make sure that our educational policy is completely in tune and in agreement with the submissions that have been made here today. And we must make sure that our states take the lead in implementing those policies so that we can show that there is a clear difference between PDP and APC. I thank you very much for organizing this conference. God bless you all.
Thank you very much, sir.
You've just seen the former Vice President of Nigeria, Atiku Abubakar, and he's present at the second Progressive Governance Lecture Series taking place in Kano. Now, a moment of silence was taken to acknowledge all Nigerians who've died as a result of insurgency by the chairman of the forum, but this series was all about education. The governor of Kano State is all about education in that free education has been declared at all levels of the state, including universities. Incentives have also been given to parents and teachers, and the teachers are paid better and regularly on the 25th of every month. In addition to that, 24 institutions have been established to support 400,000 children in terms of training and empowerment. Now, it also gets a lot better. Each indigene of Kano State who gets a 2.1 GPA and above will be given the opportunity to further their studies abroad if they deem fit to do so. Now, this is the second of the series of the lecture, and it holds every quarter. During subsequent lectures in the year, they're going to focus on health and water sustainability, but for now the focus is on education. There are also statements talking about the Chibok abduction, and the APC has offered or vowed to work with the government to give their full support in every way, and has also donated 100 million to support the families of the Yaya blast. APC will also fix the structures which were destroyed during the Chibok abduction. You're tuned into Channels Television. Stay tuned because up next is Business Incorporated.
Bye for the most interesting.